I've just finished a cardio session and wow. I was just thinking to myself, wow, this really takes me back to my old days when I used to go on runs early in the morning when it was pitch black and I was still running my agency and let's just say suffering mentally, to say the least. I just used those runs to get the pain out of me, to be honest. Not because I wanted to lose calories, burn calories, or lose fats, or get fitter, build my calves. No. I was truthfully just getting the pain out of me. And I have a story to tell, actually, which I've never really told. And there was this one time when I finished a run, and it was about midday. It wasn't early morning and it wasn't pitch black. But I finished my run and I found myself lying on the grass. I woke up and I heard the police shouting over at me, saying, "Hey, are you alright?" And I just woke up and essentially sprung up and yes, I'm okay. And I just thought to myself, Jesus, how long was I out for? Because the thing is, I wasn't homeless, I wasn't wasted, and I wasn't dead. You see, the reason the police found me on the grass there was not because I was an alcoholic, but because I was a workaholic. I was 14, doing 14-hour work days. I would wake up at 6 a.m. every day, as I do now, except back then I wasn't following my purpose. So I would wake up at 6 a.m., go either to the gym or on a run, come back, take a cold shower, do a few hours of either sales call reviews, running ads, or if I was lucky, 2 days of the week, reading, which was it was a nicety for me back then, a pleasure, a luxury. There we go, that's the word I was looking for. To be able to sit down and read instead of doing some other work I didn't care about. And then come around 12 p.m, I would go for lunch, and at 1 p.m, I would start cold calling. And I would continue to cold call and take sales calls in between for the next 8 hours until 9 a.m. And by the time I was done, I would usually have done around 500 cold calls. That's not something I'm proud of. I'm just putting it out there. It's certainly not something to be proud of. And when I finished at 9 p.m, I would either grab food really quickly or, I don't know what else, maybe some water. And I would join group coaching for the next 3 hours until 12 a.m. And then finally at 12 a.m, if I didn't have any extra sales calls, then I would go to bed. And it seems so ridiculous, and so just looking back at those times, I just sometimes think to myself, man, those times were a waste, But eventually I realized that those times of struggle and pain and hardship are exactly what shaped who I am today. And it's exactly that hardship that allows me to have the story that I have today, that will allow me to inspire in the future when I eventually succeed. And most of you are probably watching this in the future, I'm assuming. So the reason I've succeeded by now is literally only because I knew for certain I was eventually going to succeed. And thanks to that, with each time that I fell face flat on the dirt, I picked myself back up and I kept on going. And look, I'm not special. I'm not going to succeed because I'm special. I'm only going to succeed because I'm just persisting. And we as humans, we really value certainty. We rather wait longer for something like a train or a taxi or an Uber is a great example, if we know what time it's going to arrive at, than just be uncertain when that thing is going to arrive or happen, right? We really hate uncertainty as humans. And the reason people succeed in the end is because they learn that if they do not quit, they cannot lose. And thanks to that, they eventually become so certain that they will win in the end that they just keep going. They just push through all those hard times because they know that success is inevitable when you keep going. And that's why the goal is not to get success, the goal is to get better. Because when you constantly improve, it's inevitable that you will eventually succeed. It's literally impossible not to. I mean, just think about it. Do you think if you woke up each day and you chased your dreams and you were in pursuit of your goals, do you really think over the course of your lifetime you would not achieve them? Of course you would. But the problem is that most people, 99% of people, don't even have the courage or willingness to start, never mind stay consistent. And in fact, just by staying consistent, you already beat 90 to 95% of the people. I mean, the bar is so low nowadays. Most people are overweight and distracted and God knows what else. I'm not going to use the word easy, but it's simple nowadays to succeed. You just need to start trying, start pursuing something. Start just trying. Literally, just start trying. Because when I started back in 2022, I didn't know exactly what I was going to do for the next, I didn't have the next 10 years of my life mapped out. I just tried. I found something and I started trying. And it's only now that I've developed this vision and I seem to have clarity and certainty as to what I should do, but that's only because I've already gone through my phase of hardship and I now have a story to tell. And now the path seems clear because I found my purpose. So if you do want to potentially avoid some of the suffering I went through, follow your purpose above all else. And that's not to say you will not face hardship, because hardship is crucial for you to grow as a person. You cannot grow if you do not face hardship and uncertainty. Those are exactly the things that will grow you and allow you to become the person you'll become in the end. And in fact, think about it. If it wasn't hard, then for one, you would never find out who you truly could have been. And for two, everyone else would have done it by now. So why do you want it to be easy? If making $1 million and having a six-pack was easy, then, once again, everyone would have it. But it's because of the fact that it's hard to do that it has the value it has. I mean, brushing your teeth or tying your shoelaces, that's nothing impressive because everyone can do it. Be glad that it's hard. It's going to make your story all the better in the end. It's going to give you the stories to tell not only to your grandchildren, but to the world. And not only the story itself, but the character, the hero in the story. And that is you. Keep going. Never give up. I believe in you. Be mega. Ciao.